spending, I think, it's like.
Manchester City reached 55 million agreement to sign Milan midfielder Tijani Rangers. I think he's a wavy footballer, man. I think he's a quality, a top class number 8. The Manchester City spending continues. The rebuild continues. It seems like they're going to do a triple swoop, which we'll get onto. He's everything I want at my football club in terms of an 8. I love Declan Rice in that role, but him and Rice would absolutely cook. And it's a swoop for City, man. Obviously, Manchester City have reached an agreement worth £46.3 million to sign Rangers. The 26-year-old apparently has already agreed a 5-year deal. Talks are ongoing. It's a massive move, man. It's a massive move, and the rebuild continues. I personally think Manchester City are going to win the league next year. Liverpool second. Now, that is my prediction on June the 4th, people. What a signing. And it doesn't stop there because, again, they need to replenish their squad. They are targeting Wolverhampton Wanderers left back, the 23-year-old Rayan Cherki, quality player, people. And they're looking to sign him. It's fake, man. Really and true. Come on, City, man. You bought Marmoush in January, Victor Rice, Nico Gonzalez. You've already got some star-studded quality. You know, you're going to get Cherki as well as Aït-Nouri and whatnot. And that's all assuming the spending stops. It's crazy what they're doing over there, people. Obviously, when we go over to here, people, you know, Vert seems to be moving ever closer to Liverpool. We all saw him hit out on social media about the rumours that he's demanding Liverpool give him the number 10. Rayan Cherki, who just needs a platform, man. He's been on the scene from probably 16 years of age. I'd say the last 12, 18 months, he's really showing an added level of consistency. And he is a footballer that people pay to watch, people love. Now, when you merge that in, the technical brilliance, all that kind of stuff, with what Pep can do for you individually and what he can do for you tactically, collectively for a team and his age, it makes sense, man. I think this will propel him into the French side for what it's worth. Again, where Wirtz is concerned, Liverpool have made a second offer for Wirtz. Apparently, an agreement is yet to be reached, but talks continue over the German international. With optimism, a deal can be struck. There's a feeling around the matter that this could be a pivotal week in ascertaining, I can't say that, the outcome of what has become a one-horse race for the 22-year-old attacking midfielder, giving his preference to join Liverpool. Apparently, they've put in a proposal worth £109 million, which equates to 130 million euros. And apparently, you know, as much as it seems like Rayan Cherki is going over to City, Arne Slot tried to get him. Apparently, he left his holiday last week and flew to the south of France to meet Cherki. Now, is Cherki, if Liverpool were to get him, is that in addition to Wirtz? We heard City and Bayern Munich wanted Wirtz. Is it to get one-upmanship on City? Is it a pivot? I know they're not like for like, but if an agreement can't be reached at the time of making this vid with Leverkusen over Wirtz, were they going to pivot towards Rayan Cherki, who's for 30 odd million quid? It's an absolute joke, people. So yeah, I think they're going to get Wirtz, people. Apparently Wirtz was also a target by City in Munich. City did not pursue that development any further, and they're focusing on Cherki. While reports have suggested there's a release clause worth 22.5 million euros in his contract, this is not the case, and Lyon want to negotiate for a significantly bigger fee despite Cherki's terms expiring next summer. This is a man we should have got. He's quality, man. He's absolutely quality. We all know Mbeumo is moving ever closer to signing for Manchester United. Apparently he attracted interest from Arsenal, Newcastle and Spurs, but he favours a switch to Old Trafford if a deal can be struck with Brentford. You'd imagine Brentford want top money. He's got a year left on his deal with an option of another year. If you're Brentford, you obviously negotiate, take out that additional year and you try and take Man United to the cleaners. Like everybody, like Premier League club try and rip each other off, foreign club try and rip each other off. Like, fair enough, Cherki, peanuts really. Rangers, peanuts really, but typically those are exceptions rather than the rules. 9 times out of 10, you might see Rangers sign for, I don't know, I'm just going to make this up here. He might go from AC Milan to, let's just say, Bayern Munich for 46.5 million or whatever it was. That's typically, what you see when foreign clubs sell to foreigners. And typically, someone like Rangers will probably cost 80 million to a Premier League club. As I said, there's exceptions rather than the rules. So it makes sense, man. Johnny Cardoso apparently drawing interest from Atletico Madrid. Apparently, Spurs have a first refusal option on him. Now, from what I've seen of him at Betis, I actually think Spurs could do with him. Dortmund are keen to extend the deal or better yet, the loan of Carney Chuameka at Chelsea. I'm sure even Chelsea fans forget all the players they've bought, buying, and at the club, people. It's absolutely crazy. Again, follow the main channel for the Arsenal conversations, people. I'm not going to waste you lot's time here, but we know we're linked with both Gyökeres and Benjamin Sesko. As I said, Mbeumo wants to join Man United, club set to open talks. I mean, Cunha and Mbeumo with Amad Diallo. You flog off Højlund, you've got Xerxes in the side. That's stronger attacking depth. Probably, United probably need a defender or two, need to address the middle of the park, probably need to buy a goalie and do several other things. I mean, it would be a great signing, man. I mean, Sir Alex Ferguson used to buy got Van Persie off us, but he typically used to buy the best of the rest of the Premier League sides. And for obvious reasons, obviously, you've seen players move from one Premier League team to another and not be a success, but quote unquote, they're Premier League proven. For me, if you've got Amad Diallo and Mbeumo and Cunha, and Amorim can't get a tune out of all of those collective players in an attacking sense, and probably Bruno, who's rejected a move to the Middle East. Whatever you say about the team, especially where you've got what you're playing in one competition is only the Premier League, yes, the FA League Cup, then there's something with Amorim, man. Mike McGahn is drawing interest from Chelsea. Apparently AC Milan and Chelsea are negotiating, but they're not close on meeting evaluation. AC Milan want 30 million. Chelsea won't pay that, as Chelsea value McGahn at 10 million euros, being out of contract in 2026. I mean, it looks like Luka Modric could be going to AC Milan, but what's going on there, people? Chelsea won't wait longer than Monday, as they're happy with 4 goalkeepers in their squad. Boy, Liverpool are prepared to seal Milos Kerkez deal with one more round of talks to get over the line. Bournemouth and Liverpool are finalising the agreement after personal terms in place last week. Spare a thought for Bournemouth. This is the belly of the beast, but Howson's gone to Madrid. Kerkez is obviously going to go. Is it Zubani? He's being linked with PSG and probably will go. I don't know where we're at with Semenyo and Premier League or any other people interest, but he had interest from the Middle East. And you would imagine, like, for example, Postecoglou's future is subject to speculation. The Areolas, the Thomas Franks, they're going to be linked with that position. Whether they take it or not is another thing. After a great season with Bournemouth, where probably could have actually, if they maintained some of their early season form in the first half of the season, last year, maybe could have got, Europa League or something of that ilk. We've gone over that. No clue why that happened, but it's cool. Club to club talks between PSG and Bournemouth for Zabani. As I've said, Campos is monitoring him and they want to sign him. So there you have it. Luka Modric could be going to AC Milan, people. I mean, it's a shame that he didn't get to retire at Real Madrid, but, you see a lot of older players go to Italy and their shelf life is extended. Obviously, Milan is a lovely city. Italy is a lovely country. AC Milan is not quite the AC Milan in the early parts of my 30 years on this earth, but it's still a massive club. So it is what it is. Chelsea and Jadon Sancho, probably due to not agreeing wages, it seems like their relationship's over. Chelsea will pay a 5 million penalty for him to leave. And I must admit, when have you seen an obligation to buy, and it's not gone through? Now, obviously we have, but is that on Chelsea's end, Sancho's end, Man United's end? How? I don't know, people. Simeone Inzaghi is set to leave Inter Milan and move to El Hilal, and apparently Inter Milan are going to go and get Cesc Fabregas as their manager. Liverpool have sold their goalkeeper Kelly to Brentford, and Brentford have sold Flecken to Germany. Borussia Dortmund are confident of signing Bellingham, Joe Bellingham from Sunderland. It makes sense for obvious reasons of what Dortmund are doing. Sunderland have got promotion with a young squad. I do wonder, does he reckon I could have spent a season in the Premier League? But he's been linked with some top clubs in Germany. In terms of his development, I think the Bellingham family, whether that's the mother, the father, and the advisors, they're doing it well. And imagine having 2 sons that are footballers, let alone, one's technically a championship/Premier League player now if he stays at Sunderland and going to play for Dortmund. We all know what Jude Bellingham's doing is crazy. Bruno Fernandes rejected El Hilal. He wants to play at the highest level. Mouth-watering sums you got to reject. Jonathan David has said, I want to join a club with ambition. He's been linked with everyone and their nan. Apparently, Son Heung-min is a target for Saudi Arabian clubs, and Tottenham could cash in on the 32-year-old as they look to generate transfer funds. Martin Zubimendi is expecting a long summer as he prepares to leave Sociedad. Is there anything? What else is there in terms of transfers, man? It seems like everybody's getting their act together apart from Arsenal, man. Tranquillo, let's be patient. As I said, Cesc Fabregas apparently has agreed personal terms to become the Inter Milan gaffer. Theo Hernandez has rejected a move to El Hilal and Saudi Arabia. Liverpool are close to agreeing a Verts fee. Franco Mustantano has apparently said yes to Real Madrid over PSG. Very talented young player, people. And look at that business from Liverpool, especially because they're at the pinnacle. They owe this summer to their fans and Onslaught. Onslaught worked. I'm not going to, obviously, Liverpool, they weren't wallowing in relegation and then won the league. Respectfully, it weren't a Leicester thing. They've got quality players, but Liverpool's fans, and I feel Arne Slot should have been quite aggrieved with the summer they had last year. And he's worked miracles. He's changed a couple of existing options. He only got a half-fit Chiesa. You know, for them to keep hold of Salah and Van Dijk, obviously Trent is what it is, but they've brought in Frimpong. They're moving closer to getting Kerkez and probably Wirtz. And I'd imagine that they sign a 6, in my opinion, or a couple of others. Liverpool are making movements. It seems like everybody's making movements, but the one club I want to make movements, which is obviously Arsenal. Now, I'm trying to tranquillo. Apparently, a move for Morgan Gibbs-White is now unlikely from Manchester City following the signing of Rangers. So, again, the transfers are starting to heat up, especially for the clubs that are at the World Club Championships.
There's always that active red line defending.
I think it's like